Hello, and welcome to another day on the channel. Today we'll be doing some premium draft of Streets of New Capenna that just released this morning. Here on our pack 1 pick 1, there is a Fleetfoot Dancer, really strong card. Pretty good incentive to go to the Cabaret. Otherwise, these 3 uncommons are pretty dead. Corrupt Court Official is probably the next best card in this pack. Like, besides the rare, this pack is pretty weak. Killshot is playable, backup agent as well, but they're fine. Just take the Fleetfoot. As we are past Xander, the Collector. Pretty expensive and not really worth trying to go into, but what we do like here is an Exhibition Magician. And that card is a pretty good card, to say the least. You can either ramp you or get a 1/1 citizen, and in Cabaret, that citizen can do a lot. Security Rocks and Refuse to Yield are pretty good cards. Refuse to Yield, good combat trick. Security Rocks as just a big buff creature. Mayhem Patrol also has like something we could do, but we'd rather take the Exhibition Magician here. Ominous Parcel is fine to play. It's like expensive removal, but removal nonetheless. Broker's Hideout, we could have taken for like mana fixing, but here there is an Exhibition Magician, a Rocco, Cabaret Caterer, which is always a 2-for-1. There's a Freelance Muscle, Sky Crier, and Racer's Ring. Freelance Muscle is a pretty strong card, just being a big beefy creature. Another Exhibition Magician wouldn't be too bad. Rocco again. Let's take Rocco and send a signal that these colors are taken. Like, it can help tutor out our Fleetfoot Dancer more often. But Freelance Muscle is still super strong. Well, when in doubt, RNGesus. I'm gonna roll dice. Evens, Freelance, odds, Rocco. Odds, Rocco it is. And, whoa, Urabrask. Why are you still here? Urabrask is a pretty good card draw engine, and can always maybe, like, discard your opponent a card or two. Yeah, Urabrask is fine. It's great here. Rocco is nice. Speakeasy server is fine, but just take the Urabrask. I wonder what they took over Urabrask in 4 picks. Or 3 picks. I'm not sure. There are no foils in this set, so couldn't be a foil. Here, Out of the Way is fine. Broker's Charm, pretty decent. But I like Mayhem Patrol here. Just some early aggressive card. Broker's Hideout, Obscure Storefront. No Cabaret mana fixing yet, besides the 1 Racer's Ring that we saw. But I think taking the Exhibition Magician over the Racer's Ring is better. Yeah, why? I don't understand how Urabrask got that late. If you don't know what Urabrask does, it is a 4/4 haste with, at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if they would draw, or next time they would draw a card this turn, instead exile the top card of their library. They may play it this turn. So it's basically just, they draw a card and they have to play it that turn, otherwise it's gone forever. So it's pretty good. Here we have Rakish Revelers as some mana fixing, or we can just take the land fixing in Racer's Ring. I like taking the Racer's Ring here over Rakish Revelers or Refuse to Yield. Like, Refuse to Yield definitely works well with Fleetfoot Dancer. Yeah, I'll just take the mana fixing. And now we can take, like, a Plasma Jockey. Or another Mayhem Patrol. Plasma Jockey with Fleetfoot Dancer is pretty sweet. But I think I like the Mayhem Patrol. Just another 2-drop. And another Mayhem Patrol. Wow. That is like 4 Mayhem Patrols in like the first pack that we've seen. Do we take prize fight here? Like, we have Fleetfoot Dancer, but that's about it as far as big creatures. Speakeasy server is fine. Let's take our Speakeasy server. I'm always happy to play one of those. It's like a 5 mana 3/3 that gains 3 life on average, maybe more if you're in the cabaret, which we are. Here, Backup Agent, don't mind if I do. Pretty good card. Angelic Observer, how many citizens do we have? We have 1, 2, that's it. So yeah, Angelic Observer is most of the time going to be pretty expensive. So we'll just take Backup Agent. And now we can take an Ominous Parcel or Refuse to Yield. Let's take the Parcel. It's mana fixing, it's removal. And Exhibition Magician Wield. Wow. Do love me a good Exhibition Magician. Ramps a bit. Create some 1/1s when needed. Yeah, this deck so far is looking pretty good. We don't have any good green cards at the moment besides Fleetfoot and Rocco. But hopefully that changes soon. Cormella. Yeah, pretty far off from what we're doing right now. Obscura Storefront gets Plains, Island, or Swamp, so nothing that we care about. Here in our pack 2, our rare is Devilish Valet. We have 2 of them, so we're not going to rare draft it. Devilish Valet is not the greatest. It's like just a 3/3 trample. That's a 1/3 trample with haste. It's never going to be that great. Or, like, it's 2/3 actually. We'd rather just take Rumor Gatherer here. It works well with our Exhibition Magicians, our Rocco, and hopefully Strangle or Exhibition Magician Wheel. Yeah. Strangle is also worth saying, but Rumor Gatherer is just super strong, even though the double white is a little hard. Here, Luxurious Libation. Love this combat trick. +X, and so it's like a scaling combat trick, and creates a 1/1. There's also Witty Roastmaster, Botanical Plaza. There is an argument for taking Botanical Plaza here, but I think I'll take the Libation. And now Riveteer's Initiate is just a 2/2 that we can give Death Touch to. Like, Broker's Initiate is fine, if not underwhelming. Warm Welcome, we already have enough, like, 3-drop stuff. Let's take the Riveteer's Initiate. Riveteer's Overlook could actually be some good fixing, since it's green-red fixing, although we need more white fixing. Here, Structural Assault, and still in the pack, a bad rare that destroys all artifacts. Just take an Exhibition Magician here. Works all the Rumor Gatherer, can fix Rumor Gatherer and all that stuff. Here, Strangle, Brazen Upstart, and Botanical Plaza. Strangle is pretty good removal, don't get me wrong, but we might just need the Botanical Plaza as some mana fixing. Do I be strict, or do I take the Strangle as removal? How much removal do we have? Ominous Parcel? That's it. Yeah, let's just take the Strangle. Even the MTG Arena client suggested us taking the Strangle there. We just need the removal at this point. Yeah. So we're looking to be like Boros-ish, even though it's not a very supported double color. Splashing, like Fleetfoot Dancer, Rocco, and Libation. Yeah. We might not even like want to play the Libation. Cabaret Courtyard. Okay, so we can just take that fixing here over Glittering Stockpile. Or Strong Arm. Like, neither of those are very good. We'll just take the Courtyard here. And we are past another Rumor Gatherer. Don't mind if I do. But that is double white again, so a little harder to cast. Revelation of Power. We're not counters deck, nor do we have many counters, so it's not the greatest combat trick. Well, let's take Sticky Fingers. Works well with our Mayhem Patrols. And now we can take a Goldhound. Yeah. Just a cheap creature. Hold for Ransom. Decent early game removal. Quick Draw Dagger's fine. Broker's Charm. Yeah. Riveteer's Overlook. Again, fixing for red-green, but not white-green. Yeah, so this is more and more Boros aggro rather than anything else. I could see just like cutting Rocco and Luxurious Libation just because they're more. This is like a 5 or 6 drop. Sticky Fingers. Luxurious Libation I could see is like a 4 drop. Then again, Workshop Warchief is a pretty good reason to stay in green. Workshop Warchief, if you don't know what it does, it's a 5/3 trample that enters battlefield, gains 3 life, and when it dies, creates a 4/4, and also has Blitz for 6. So that's pretty strong. Stimulus Package, we're not the treasure deck. Rocco, again, is fine. Social Climber, pretty decent, but we'll just take the Workshop Warchief. Just super good card. We don't have any Throngs, so I don't think we're going to take any Throngs here. We'll just take a Witty Roast Master. If we're really lucky and get like 4 Throngs in a row, it might be worth taking the Throng, but I don't think so. Ballroom Brawlers is fine, but we have enough 5 drops already. Yeah, let's just take the Witty Roast Master. And now we'll take a Strangle over a Dapper Shieldmate. Yeah, some early removal. I like it. Yeah, so the deck is coming along pretty swellingly. It's looking pretty decent aggro deck. Workshop Warchief on the splash is going to be a little hard. I don't even think we might play it. Here... Rafine's Informant looks amazing over Skycrier or Strangle. Premium 2-drop. Can loot away anything we don't need. Ominous Parcel we can cut. And we have enough treasure production that Splashing Workshop Warchief should be simple enough. Like we've got 3 Exhibition Magicians, 2 Sticky Fingers, and giving like a Speakeasy Server or Fleetfoot Dancer Sticky Fingers is pretty decent. Witty Roastmaster has a lot of creatures to trigger it. Same with Rumor Gatherers. Goldhound. But our mana fixing still isn't that great. We might just like rely on treasure production as our way to mana fix, and this is missing any red cards. Somebody took the red cards. Brass Knuckles. We don't have enough Brass Knuckles yet, surprisingly enough. Like, whoever wants to play Brass Knuckles. I'm not sure there's a deck that would really want Brass Knuckles. It's an interesting kind of card. If there were more equipment in the set, I think it might be worth it. But without it, there's not much. Here, Ceremonial Groundbreaker is kind of good. But we'll just take the Rafine's Informant. Girdergoon still in the pack is surprising. But yeah, let's just take the Rafine's Informant. We have 4 lands. This is 23 playables. How many forests do we plan on running? Probably like 2. Yeah, 2 forests seems fine. Nothing really here. Just like take Brass Knuckles again. Yeah, we're getting pretty cut off in pack 3, but I think our deck's looking pretty good. Now we can take a Dapper Shieldmate or a Quick Draw Dagger as a combat trick. I like taking the combat trick. We'll take the Quick Draw Dagger. Daring Escape. Gathering Throng, Wield, but we didn't see any others, so it's not worth it. Take up a Backup Agent. Yeah, Backup Agent, pretty decent. Another Dapper Shieldmate. We didn't actually pick the first one, so getting one now is pretty good. If we cut Rocco, would that be worth it? Like, yeah, I think we're just going to cut Rocco since it's way too expensive. Like, we're going to max out at 5. Libation's pretty good combat trick. Yeah. The deck ended up pretty good. But time to make some cuts, and that's always the hardest part. Hold for Ransom, Strangles, so a removal pile, Strangle, Hold for Ransom. Well, that's a removal. Combat tricks include Luxurious Libation, Quick Draw Dagger. Yeah, not much. We're an aggro deck without too much removal or combat tricks. What fun. We're just going to rely on swinging in with a bunch of creatures. Goldhound with Sticky Fingers is pretty decent, but I think we don't really need Goldhound since we got a lot of good 2-drops. And one more cut, probably a land. Cutting a land, I think, is good with some Informants as some mana fixing. Yeah. Or, like, not mana fixing, but, like, looking for lands. And then cut a Plains, since we're, like, red. This is a red source. So we've got 8 red sources, 6 white sources. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's cut 1 River Tears Overlook, since the tap land isn't favorable. Yeah, I like this. We have 5 green sources for these cards. Most of the time we're just going to use treasure production. Let's actually cut a forest in exchange for a mountain. 3, 4, 6. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7. Our mana fixing is red, though, so let's add another mountain. Yeah, I like that. Boros question mark? Okay, that's the deck, and I will see you all in round 1. Alright, here against Kaleslaw. This is fine looking hand. We're on the play, so that helps us aggro plan a lot. We'll, like, turn 1 Mayhem Patrol, give it a counter with Backup Agent if we want to, or need to. And Sticky Fingers looks pretty good. Start generating some treasures. Jetmir's Fixer. We'll cast some Sticky Fingers. Give itself the buff. Create treasure and cast an Informant. Enters battlefield, we loot, discard Speakeasy Server, pass the turn. They are also Cabaretti, except we're more Boros rather than anything. If they have a removal spell, then we get a bit of something. They create a 1/1, so that's not favorable. But a land helps with that. So we can strangle the Jetmir's Fixer. Move to combat, swing with both of these, give the Mayhem Patrol buff, and if they want to trade Magician for Informant, I'm happy with that. Because then we get to create a treasure, and we can cast our Rumor Gatherer. And we pass the turn. We've been super aggressive at this point. Are they 4-color? Maybe they're splashing something? As they play another Magician. Annoying. Move to combat. Swing. They trade with the citizens. We draw cards, so I'm kind of happy with that. Drawing a Plains. Okay. So we could backup agent, informant here, but let's get the Witty Roastmaster online first. Scry 1. Libation I like. Land, pass turn. Yeah, their double Exhibition Magicians have been problematic, to say the least. So they might be like a treasure deck, they're probably a green-red treasure deck, splashing like small rares, or big rares. Because they can, as a treasure deck can. As they cast a big score, discarding a land, adding nothing to the board. Unless they are going to add something to the board, which they don't. We'll cast a backup agent. A lot of ETB triggers. We'll put the counter on the Roastmaster so it can swing in. Do we have prize fight? Luckily for us, we do have our Libation, which will also trigger the Witty Roastmaster and the Rumor Gatherer a second time. So we'll scry away a land, they fight, we eat the Magician, we put a counter on the Roastmaster, we draw a card, it's a land, we'll hold that for Rafine's Informant, and we pass the turn. Yeah, pretty successful turn if you ask me. We draw a creature from our draw step or Informant, we get to draw another card with the Rumor Gatherer. Sticky Fingers, pretty strong, pretty strong. Rafine's Informant. We scry 1, keep that on top, that's for sure. Connive, discard land. Cast some Sticky Fingers. Swing. Down to 3 they go. We create a treasure. And they're pretty dead. Unless they have, like, hostile takeover. No blocks. Yeah. Hostile takeover or structural integrity. Even structural wouldn't even kill our, Witty Roastmaster. So yeah, besides the board wipe, I don't think they could have gotten themselves out of that. Tally-ho to the next game. This hand looks pretty good. We'll keep. Turn 1, Cavalry Courtyard, go fetch green source. We don't have a 2-drop, though, which is concerning, since then we don't get to be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Rumor Gatherer. Okay, pretty good card. If we draw another Plains, then we'll cast the Rumor Gatherer instead. They play an Informant. Discard a Gathering Throng. We'll play the Roastmaster here. Start that engine going. As a play an Inspiring Overseer. Pretty strong card. We take 3. Backup Agent. Pretty good. We'll cast a Dapper Shieldmate to be more mana efficient. No attacks, pass the turn. Like, we could have went Exhibition Mission, counter on the Witty Roastmaster swing. But getting the Dapper Shieldmate down is pretty good. Getaway Car, Inspiring Overseer, the ultimate combo. We'll trade a shield counter for that. Okay, Quick Draw Dagger, don't mind if I do. Land, cast Backup Agent. Counter on the Roastmaster. Move to combat, swing with everything. They crew the Getaway Car. They block the Roastmaster. Quick Draw Dagger. And we pass a turn. Pretty big 3-drop in Witty Roastmaster at the moment. Hopefully we just, like, best draw is probably just at Plains right now. That way we can Rumor Gatherer. Citizen's Crowbar, pretty good. Speak of which, thank you RNGesus, our Lord and Savior. We'll play Rumor Gatherer. Ping them. Cast Exhibition Magician. Create a 1/1. Strangle I like. We'll draw that. And swing with the roast. We'll have to, let's swing like that. Yeah, let's swing like that. They can either double block the Witty or trade with the Dapper. And I'm fine with that. They cast a Throng. They've already discarded 1 Throng, so how many more Throngs could they have? Maybe like 1 or 2 more? They have none. Wow. Unlucky for them. Luckily for us, we have a Strangle. Morphosis. Sticky Fingers, so if they want to kill the Witty Roastmaster, they're going to have to block, like, with it. Or they're going to have to block it. Same with everything. They block there and there, they take 7, lose their board, I'm happy with that. Like, we'll offer a trade with the Rumor Gatherer. Yep. Damn Chappins. They get down to 3. We draw a card. And it's a Raffinan's Informant. We'll play that. We'll scry before we connive. Even, actually, probably shouldn't have done that. No, we're a Brask. We'll just throw that away. Turn this into a lethal threat. Pass the turn. Do they have a board wipe that can get them out of this? Like depopulation? Shattered Seraph. Gain 3 life. Is that even enough? Let's find out. Exhibition Magician. And they concede. Yeah, just scry one, draw another card. Rumor Gatherer doing work that game. GG's opponent, GG's. Same with Witty Roastmaster. It's dealt like at least half their life. Who needs rares anyway, when you have just aggro? Pure, beautiful aggro. On to the next game. And thank you, RNGesus, for giving us the planes that we so desperately sought. This hand is fine. We're playing against Gomlex. Hello there. Hope you're doing a video too. Much smaller, but it feels nice a bit. This hand, if we draw a land, does some work, but besides that, we'll risk it. Looks like he's on brokers. And we draw a land, perfect. No problems were ever here. They play a backup agent. We'll strangle that. Land, say go. Gathering Throng. Draw 3 more Gathering Throngs. Well, why am I not surprised? Ramping turn Urbrass seems kind of decent. Especially with them not having that greatest removal for it. But I think we'll just create a 1-1. Broker's Ascendancy. Ah, yes. The broken card. That makes sense. Well, move to combat, swing for 2. Because this will just turn all of their creatures bigger eventually, so let's just get the aggro plan going. Oh, come on. Why? Pain. Fleetfoot Dancer to trade with a Throng? I don't hate. Like, we can't just wait, or else creatures are just going to get too big. Yeah, so we have to just start trying to kill their creatures, even though they have 3 Throngs in hand. Turns out a 3-mana draw 3 is pretty strong. Yeah, Broker's Ascendancy, draw 3 Throng. I'm not sure how we can get out of this. Oh, they have a 5th? Pain. Well, when in doubt, Urabrask. When in doubt, Urabrask is our out. Exile a backup agent. So we'll play that into a Gathering Throng. We take it. Yeah, that's enough Throngs for them. Sticky Fingers. Play Sticky Fingers here. Land, move to combat, Singlet to Dapper. Cast Quick Draw Dagger. Give this first strike. I'll get rid of 2 threats for now. And then we'll cast a Mayhem Patrol. They just hit a land. Do we have to trade with Urabrask? No, Urabrasks are out here to draw well enough out of this. We're going to take 10, go down to 4 or 6. But I'm not even sure how we can get out of this when they just cast Throng into Throng. Oh, I mean, we can give our entire board Menace, and so they can only block one thing. Land into land. Yeah, that doesn't help. Sticky Fingers. Land. Swing. They trade with Urbrask. What do we draw? Mayhem Patrol? Blitz, Cantrip. I'm not sure what we have on top of our deck that could save us. Yeah. GG's, Megalex. GG's. Built a very good deck, I'll tell you that. On to the next game. Okay, this hand looks pretty decent. Turn 2 Mayhem Patrol. Do we get a greens? Yeah, we have. This is Riveteer's Overlook, not Cabaret Courtyard, so we have to get the green source for this. Yeah, hopefully we find a Plains for Rumor Gatherer to start doing some work. For now, just get our Libation online. I think we've played Geronimo before in one of our past drafts. Yeah, we did. When I was introducing him, I just said, Geronimo! Yeah, we played Geronimo before. They Strangler Patrol. Well, that's rude. We'll just cast a Roastmaster. How does that feel? Hopefully we draw an untapped land for Fleetfoot Dancer. They cast their own Roastmaster. Sticky Fingers works as well. Sort of. Because now we can cast Rumor Gatherer. Ping. Pass. If we can get a second Rumor Gatherer down, things will be going nuts. If we draw an untapped land, we'll probably just slam Fleetfoot. Are they pure Rakdos, or are they have blue? Okay, so they're Maestros. And they cast Whack. Sure thing. Create a treasure. And do we cast Fleetfoot, or do we cast Rumor Gatherer? Let's go with Rumor Gatherer, just for the fact that we have Exhibition Magician to keep drawing us cards. And pass turn. It's just business, you understand. Luxurious Libation might be using instant speed to create a 1/1 if they have like a blitz creature that we want to chump block. But we're most likely just going to use it as a combat trick. They pass. We take 3. And what you got? Rooftop Nuisance? Yeah, sure. I don't get a treasure now, so that's rude. Do they draw a Strangle? Or just land? Okay. Fleetfoot Dancer, cool. Deal damage, scry 1, put that on the bottom. It's expensive, we don't have the land for it. It's just a 3/3 flyer. Yeah, they're looking pretty dead right now. Because Exhibition Magician dealing 2 more damage. They cast their own Magician. Sure thing. We're going to take 2 damage, maybe. Oh, they create treasure. So they might have something else they want to cast this turn. Echo Inspector. Makes sense. Take 2. They connive. If we draw a land, just swing with everything and whatever they don't block. Actually, we have lethal right now, but land helps. Luxurious Libation, whatever they don't block for 4, and that should kill them. The Menace is making it hard for them as well. Double block the Fleetfoot and block the Rumor Gatherer. Sure thing, boss. And we Roast Masters unblocked. Oh, okay, so they're switching to kill the Roast Master. We'll just Libation and kill them. GG's. We scry 1, keep that on top, but they're dead. And damage happens. Good game. On to the next one. This hand, missing our whites, but we have magicians, so if we draw a land, any land, we can start casting our white spells, so we'll keep. Or we can just top deck a white source, sure. That works too. Broker's Hideout and a mountain, so this is looking like to be cabaret-y. And we draw our 1 forest, cool. Cast our Mayhem Patrol. Pass the turn. Yep, called it cabaret-y. They blitz in a Plasma Jockey, sure. Sacrifice, draw a card. Exhibition Magician. We'll create a treasure so we can cast Rumor Gatherer. Pass the turn. Voice of the Vermin. Pretty good card. Swing. Mayhem Patrol gets the buff. If they want to trade for the shield counter, I'm happy with that. Like, ransoming there would have been fine as well. But I think we'd rather get the Rumor Gatherer down as soon as possible. Start getting that value. Pugnacious Pugilist. Well, that's a good thing to lock down with a Hold for Ransom. We'll cast Exhibition Magician. We'll have the Scry first. We'll create a 1/1. Keep that on top. Draw a card. Play land. Cast Hold for Ransom. Swing. Pass the turn. They're 1 land away from... Oh, or they can just clean up crew. Yeah, big creatures. Hard to kill. Well, I guess we're never killing their devils, because they just kill our Rumor Gatherers. Let's lead off with Rafine's Informant. Scry 1, we'll keep that on top. Loot, discard land. We'll just try and push damage and Libation for 2. Because against what they're doing right now, there's not much else we can do. Urabrass is pretty good. We'll trade off a Rumor Gatherer at this point. We just need to deal damage, because the devil's going to kill it anyway. Another clean... no! Why? Why is Cleanup Crew so good? This is pain. Pain. I'll just concede. We can't out-aggro this. No top deck could save us from double Cleanup Crew. Pugilist. All of that stuff. Yeah. On to the next game. This hand looks pretty good. We'll keep. Turn 1 Courtyard, go fetch a white source. I like that. We'll get planes. Pass the turn. Then we will Mayhem Patrol. And another white source is good in case we draw Rumor Gatherer. They cast a Body Dropper. We'll cast Sticky Fingers. Racer's Ring. Swing. Pass the turn. If they have removal, that's honestly fine. Like, if they just strangle this. I'm actually kind of happy for that, because then we can just slam Urabrask and swing in. They swing for 2, so they definitely are not going to be able to block Urabrask. This is not murder. That wasn't murder mana. Just slam Urabrask here. Could be Torch Breath. It's probably Torch Breath. If it's Torch Breath, then putting the +1/+0 on Urabrask makes sense. Or calling the professionals, that works as well. I mean, we were correct to pump the Urabrask there for the extra 1 damage. And a Shakedown Heavy. Well, that's a card. Luckily, we can just hold for ransom it. Shakedown Heavy. We exile a land, sure. Oh, Sticky Fingers. We don't have to hold for ransom yet. Sticky Fingers. Swing. We create a treasure. Cast Witty Roastmaster. And pass the turn. It's best to not cast Hold for Ransom just yet so they know less. Especially if they have a casualty card, then they'll just sacrifice it to hold for ransom. And they get a Corpse Appraiser without blue mana yet. See? Urabrask discarded a card. Hooray! Torch Breath, so they did have it eventually. Rumor Gather, pretty good. Decline. Okay, so Rumor Gatherer. Land. Hold for ransom. Backup Agent. Put some counter here. Ping. And a War Chief. We can blitz that in for lethal. Yeah, GG's. This should be game. Unless they have something of their own. Hit me with your best shot, OP. Hit me with your best shot. Dun, dun, dun. Workshop War Chief will definitely do it. They've had good removal, but against tokens, a little harder to use. Land, blitz in our Workshop War Chief. Scry that to the bottom. Swing with everything. Even if they have removal for War Chief, we get a 4/4 out of it. That'll ping them for 1, so there's nothing they can do. GG's, opponent. GG's. On to the next game. Hey, Florida Mun, number 5 draft. This should be easy enough. We'll keep. The number 5 and diamond rank are completely the same, right? Plains and Sego. They play a forest. Mountain, Sego. If we draw plains, we'll cast Rumor Gatherer, otherwise Exhibition Magician. Looks pretty decent. They're definitely confused seeing this. Like, what is this, Boros? We'll create a treasure. Pass turn. Though a civil servant's definitely annoying. Backup agent, that's the best card to go with civil servant. 4/4 lifelink, very annoying. But Ryan, you play a 4/4 lifelink. Exactly. And with sticky fingers. So we're doing it better. Do they have a removal spell? Please don't have a removal spell for Fleetfoot. We just want to swing with Fleetfoot again. We take 4. It's painful. And Elegant Entourage. Yeah, sure. Swing. Create a treasure. Cast a Rumor Gatherer into a Exhibition a Magician. Trigger. Create a 1/1. We will scry 1, bottom that. Draw a mountain. Less than ideal. We'll keep it in hand for Raffine's Informant purposes. If they swing with the Entourage, we'll double block with the Magicians. Another Entourage. Well, that's scary. We'll block. Kill the Civil Servant. Land, move to combat, swing with Fleetfoot. They double block. Unluckily for them, we've got Quick Draw Dagger to kill one of their entourages. And we pass the turn. Workshop Warchief is pretty far off from being cast at the moment. Hopefully we draw another Exhibition Magician as a best top deck for Rumor Gatherer. Oh, they swing in. We'll take it. Yeah, sure. Move to combat. We'll not swing with the Rumor Gatherer just in case they have Warm Welcome. Oh, just exiling Spar's Adjudicators. And out of the way. Boo! Now we don't have any treasure! Rude. We're missing a green source for this Fleetfoot Dancer, and it sucks. I was not expecting out of the way, though, from them. Just out of nowhere. If we do draw our forest, we'll be pretty happy. And again, they'll just double block with some Civic Gardeners, so who knows. We'll play a Speakeasy Server, gain 1 life, and scry 1. Backup agents, pretty mediocre. We'll swing the equipment to the Speakeasy Server, pass the turn. Is this the end? They still have 4 cards in hand that they can cast. We are not even close to casting one of them. Sticky Fingers off the top would be pretty decent. We'll block a Civic Gardener. For the family. Yep. And Illuminator Virtual, so I don't know how we're going to get out of this one. Racer's Ring, too little too late. Yeah, GG's opponent. GG's. We had a pretty good start, but once they bounced our Fleetfoot Dancer, and we had no green mana to cast it, then it became a problem. Well. Well, in any changes that we could have made, we should have played Rocco. Like, it's fine, but not amazing. Maybe some more mana fixing with the Overlook. Goldtown might have been neat to play, but yeah, it's kind of mediocre. But yeah, if you would have any changes in the deck, let me know down in the comments. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button; it means a lot. And I hope to see you all next time. Have a great rest of your day.